Hello dear students, I am Febina TA, Assistant Professor, Department of Human Resource Management, MES College, Marampally. Module 2 of Research Methodology. The topic Research Design. It includes definition, features of a good research design, process of research design, and types of research design. Research design refers to the overall plan and the structure for conducting a research study. The outline, the method, procedures, and strategies to address the research question or objectives effectively. When a research is carried out, it follows a definite pattern or plan of action throughout the research procedure. That is, since the problem identification to the research preparation and presentation, this definite pattern or plan of action is called the research design. Definition of research design. According to William Sigmund, the research design is defined as a master plan specifying the methods and procedure for collection and analysis the needed information. Then, features of a good research design. First one is objectivity. Objectivity refers to the ability of the research instrument to give the conclusion that are free from observer's personal bias. A good research design should be able to select those instruments only that provide the objective conclusion. Second one is reliability. Another essential feature of a good research design is the reliability of responses. The instrument used to research should be able to provide the similar responses to a question asked from the respondent. If the response varies, the instrument is considered unreliable. Third one is validity. It is an important characteristic of a good research design is its ability to answer the question in the way it was intended to. It should focus on the objective of the research and make the specific arrangement or plan for achieving that objective. Fourth one is generalizability. A good research design can be made generalizable by properly defining the population properly, selecting the sample carefully, analyzing the statistical data appropriately, and by preparing it methodologically. Therefore, the more the outcome are generalizable, more efficient is the research design. Fifth one is sufficient information. Any research is conducted to gain insight of the hidden fact, figures, and information. The research design should be able to provide the sufficient information to the researcher so that he can analyze the research problem in a broader perspective. The research design should be able to identify the research problem and research objectives. Sixth one, other features. Along with the above mentioned features, the other feature also that make a research design good. These are adaptability, flexibility, efficiency, etc. A good research design should be able to minimize the error and maximize the accuracy. Next is research design process. The stages in the process of research design are interactive in nature and often occur at the same time. Designing of the research study follow a given process. Steps in research design include defining the research problem, assess the value of information, select the appropriate data collection, select the measurement technique, sample selection, select the model of analysis, evaluate the ethics of the research, estimate the time and financial requirements, prepare the research proposal. The first step in research design process is defining the research problem. The definition of the research problem is a foremost and the important part of a research design process. Defining the research problem includes supplying the information that is required by the management. Without defining the research problem appropriately, it is not possible for the researchers to conclude the accurate result. While defining the research problem, the researchers first analyze the problem or opportunities in management, then they analyze the situation. The purpose of clarifying the research problem is to make sure that the area of concern for the research is properly reflected and management decision is correctly described. After situation analysis, they drop a model for the research which help to next step, which is specification of information. Second step is assess the value of information. When a research problem is approached, it is usually based on some informations. These data are obtained from past experiences as well as other sources. On the basis of this information, some preliminary judgment are made regarding the research problem. There is always a need for additional information which is available without the additional cost, and delayed but waiting and paying for the valuable information is quite difficult. Third step is select the approach for data collection. For any type of research, a researcher needs data. Once it is identified that which kind of information is required for conducting the researchers proceed towards collecting the data. The data can be collected using secondary or primary sources. Secondary data is previous collected information for some other purpose, while the primary data is collected by the researchers especially for the research problem. Then step 4, select the measurement technique. After collecting the data, the measurement technique for the collected data is selected. The major measurement techniques used in the research are questionnaire, attitude scale, observation, projective technique, and in-depth interview. The first one is questionnaire. It is one of the measurement technique. Questionnaire is a formal structure which contains the questions to collect the information from the respondent regarding his attitude, belief, behavior, knowledge, etc. Second measurement technique is attitude scale. Attitude scales are used to extract the belief and feeling of the respondent regarding an object or issue. Third measurement technique is observation. It is monitoring of behavior and psychological changes of a respondent. It is widely used in research. Fourth measurement technique is projective technique and depth interview. Sometimes direct questions are not sufficient to get a true response from the individual. That is why the different approaches like depth interview and projective techniques are used. These techniques allow the respondent to give their responses without any fear. The researcher neither disagree nor give advice in these techniques. Fifth step in research design process is sample selection. Once the measurement techniques has been selected, the next step is selecting the sample to conduct the research. The research is a stage. Select a sample out of the total population instead of considering the population as a whole. Sample can be selected by using two techniques, random sampling techniques and non-random sampling techniques. Sixth step in research design process is selecting the model of analysis. Researchers select the model of analysis or the technique of data analysis before collecting data. After this, the researcher evaluates the technique using hypothetical value to ensure that the measurement technique would provide the desired outcome regarding the research problem. Seventh step is evaluate the ethics of research. While conducting the research, it becomes very much necessary for the researchers to follow ethical practices. The researches which are conducted ethically draws interest of general public, respondents, clients, other research professionals. Hence, it becomes the duty of the researchers to evaluate the practice in research to avoid any biasness on behalf of the observers or researcher as well. Step 8 in research design process is estimate the time and financial requirement. This step is one of the most important steps in designing the research. Here, the researchers use a different method like critical path method and the program evaluation review technique to design the plan and as well as control the process to determine the resource required. A flowchart of these activities along with their approximate time is prepared for the visual assessment of the research process. With the help of this chart, the researcher can find out the sequence of activities to be taken. The ninth step is prepare the research proposal. The final step in the process of research design is preparing the research proposal. A research proposal or the research design is prepared the operations and control of research. An effective research proposal is prepared before the actual conduction of research. These are the 9 steps followed in the research design process. Next is types of research design. Based on the aim of the study, there are 3 types of research design, that is exploratory research design, descriptive and diagnostic research design, experimental or causal research design. First one is exploratory research design. Exploratory research design aims to get a better understanding of the problem by examining the concept and developing hypotheses regarding the research study. Various techniques used in exploratory research study are literature survey, focus interview, focus group, and case studies, etc. Exploratory research does not emphasize on sampling but try to gather the information from the participants who are considered knowledgeable. Second one is descriptive research design. Unlike the exploratory research, the aim of the descriptive research is to describe the characteristics of a phenomena is more rigid than exploratory research. It describes the various aspects related to a population. It is a study that is designed to depict the population in much more accurate way. It attempts to describe and explain, interrupt the conditions in much detailed approach. It examines the phenomena that is occurring at a specific place and specific time. Third one is experimental or causal research design. Experimental or causal or conclusive research design. It is a type of research design which is predetermined and structured in nature. It is used for the causal or conclusive research which is conducted quantitatively. It is called causal research because it is helpful in exploring the cause and effect relationship of the research problem. The main objective of causal research is to best hypotheses which were defined in exploratory research design. The causal research is simply opposite to the descriptive research, as with the help of experimentation, it can interpret whether the relationship is causal or not. That's all about my topic. Thank you.